So I was right. I mean, yeah, I was right. I was 100% correct. When the Bubba Wallace story broke, I was like, this is a little fishy. But then the FBI decided that they wanted to investigate. And I wanted to make sure that I got on record as saying, yeah, this is nonsense before the FBI finished up their investigation. But Mr. Wallace here, he's decided to, well, double down on this being a noose and him being a victim. Oh my goodness. So let's let him talk to worst journalist of the year, Don Lemon, and I'll be chipping in.
There has some parallels to that for sure.
Have you seen ropes like that hanging from garages? Is that typical?
Don, the image that I have and I have seen of what was hanging in my garage is not a.
So you want to hear something really funny? Like, they're literally showing the rope hanging from the garage. Like, yes, it is something typical, more than likely. But when, like, guys, we really got to stop listening to these mixed folks, okay? Like, they are nuts. Think about it. Helm, Jussie, Angela Rye, Amanda Seals. Like, look, you're attractive individuals. You're good to look at, but when it comes to, you know, your racial sensitivity, it's just too off the wall.
It's not a garage pool. I've been racing all my life. We've raced out of hundreds of garages that never had garage pools like that. So people that want to call it a garage pool and put out old videos and photos of knots being in their as their evidence, go ahead. But from the evidence that we have,
evidence that you never showed, right? Like I still don't think we got a picture of the quote unquote noose, that which is more than likely a knot, but they saw an opportunity to sit here and continue to paint the, oh, Trump's America is oh so racist type narrative, that they ran with it hard until the FBI came knocking. Like, wait a second. And for everybody who's sitting there saying how, well, the FBI, they're going to send 15 people down to investigate this, but they're not going to stop the rioting and looting. They sent 15 people down to investigate this because it was very easy to sniff out the nonsense in this story. Let's keep going.
That I have, it's a straight up noose. The FBI has stated it was a noose over and over again. NASCAR leadership has stated that it was a noose. I can confirm that. I actually got evidence of what was hanging in my garage over my...
Show it, present it, or shut the fuck up. But I can't help but feel if you were to present it, it'd be exactly like that that rope that was hanging at the end of that one garage. That's why you're not presenting it.
Car around my picker, guys, to confirm that it was a noose, and never seen anything like it. It's not something I talked to my crew chief about. I said, is this something like, I wanted to make sure we weren't jumping the gun. And I said, this isn't.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I just don't believe you. And secondly, like, how do I put this? Because he's like, you know, I'm asking everybody around and I want to make sure that we don't jump the gun and no one's ever seen anything like this. Well, if you've never seen anything like it, then how do you know it's a noose, right? Like, because we all know what a noose looks like. But it's more than likely a knot. Like, they saw an opportunity to continue with this narrative. I can't breathe, black victimization. He's the first black driver in NASCAR. So we have, like, this just reeks of a marketing team behind it.
A knot. This isn't just a regular old whatchamacallit. He's like, Bubba, this isn't something that can be done within a second of just tying a knot and being on the way. This is something that took time.
So what are you saying here? Are you saying that you don't believe? Do you believe that it was intended for you in that way, or what are you saying here?
It was a noose. It was a noose that was whether tied in 2019 or whatever. It was a noose.
Yeah, but there's oh my God. So here's the thing. It's the context, right? Because if it was tied in 2019, somebody left. This is what the FBI says, right? FBI says that the previous people participating in that garage, they left it there. So thusly, it wasn't targeted at you if it was just like left there by accident. Even though if it is a door pull, there is a question of, well, why would you leave the door pull? Door pull should just be there. It should be a part of the scene. But apparently, they're like, oh well, it doesn't matter if it was left there for me or not. Actually, it totally matters. The entire precipice of your story depends on it being left there for you. If it wasn't left there for you, then guess what? This wasn't some racially motivated, oh, we're gonna get that boy and his watermelon and fried chicken type situation. Plain and simple. But no. It's a noose. And any noose anywhere is just a symbol of racism. My goodness, have you never gone sailing?
So it wasn't directed at me, but somebody tied a noose. That's what I am saying. It was.
Yeah, Don. Yeah, how full of shit you gotta be when Don Lemon is replying to you like that. Don Lemon, Mr. Trump's America is also racist, is replying like, bro, justice for Juicy.
It is a noose.
Yeah. Let me just read from NASCAR here. They said, we appreciate the FBI's quick and thorough investigation and are thankful to learn that this was not an intentional racist act against Bubba. We remain steadfast in our commitment to providing a welcoming and inclusive environment for all who love racing.
NASCAR, I'm going to call you on your bullshit on that one, primarily because there's a lot of people who really enjoy. I got a video coming up about the Confederate flag that I really hope you guys stick around to watch. But like, seriously, those who love racing and think the way that we want them to think, those who are willing to succumb to the pressures of BLM and all these other organizations that really just look to destroy and dismantle the United States. So NASCAR, pass, homie.
What do you think about that? It seems like NASCAR has your back, but are you worried about the backlash?
You can get backlash every day. I think we talked about that. Whatever, I'm used to it. But
nobody knew who you was. I'm sorry. Just like you are a black male Danica Patrick. All right, you are basically, no offense, but you're a token, and they saw an opportunity to use that token and to cash it in. They threw you into the skeet ball machine, my guy. As far as the backlash, there would be no backlash if you guys didn't start screaming, oh, my racism, oh, they left this for me, oh, this is so to intimidate me and to make me feel like back in those days when we was in those fields picking all that cotton. Like, no, you don't get backlash for things being legit. You get a lot of you can get backlash for things being legit. But in this instance, no, bro, there would be no backlash if you and NASCAR didn't come out there screaming how, oh, some racist was coming after you.
It stings a little bit worse when they're trying to test your character, like I said earlier, and try to take something away from me that's false.
But to take away from you that's false. That's my question. Or test your character, bro. Your character is shit. I'm sorry, you have a shit character. And for, like I said, I think earlier in the video, for everyone who's like, oh, well, NASCAR took it to him. NASCAR brought it to him and he ran with it. He's sitting here right now, doubling down and running with it. So no, you have no character, sir. That's the problem.
But the backlash will always be there. It doesn't matter if we provide 100% facts and evidence, photo evidence. People are going to Photoshop it to make me look like the bad person at the end of the day. I will always.
No, you are the bad person at the end of the day. And honestly, where's that evidence? I mean, this has been going on for like a week or two. And he's still because I think they found it like a couple weeks back. And no one's presented this noose that you speak of so much. So, bro, you have no character. I'm sorry. Whatever the character that you presented is that of a liar. If not a liar, if not an outright liar, then a manipulator. Somebody who likes to deal in deception. Because it pushes this narrative of, oh my goodness, racism is just so terrible in Trump's America. So guys, with that being said, we're going to bring this one to an end. All the internet stuff. If you like to toss it, like, dislike, go ahead, do that too. Nobody's scared of you. Sub if you enjoy my fantastic voice. You want to get videos like this every single day. Share because sharing is caring. And YouTube and Bitchute and like aren't the biggest fans of your boy over here for very obvious reasons. Bang the bell for notifications and speak. Let me know. What do you guys think in the comments? This is ridiculous. It really is. The guy, as soon as the FBI got called in, you knew it was all going to come tumbling down because, NASCAR, we're going to investigate. Like, bro, you got cameras all over the place. There is just way too much going on in at these events for there to be no evidence at all. Because if you had evidence, we would have seen it already. We should have seen the news off top before anybody really ran with this story. But no, no. Trump bad. America's so racist. Blase will. Guys, let me know what you're thinking about this in the comments. And until the next one.